Monday. Welcome to the first day of the vlog. Today, my plan, it's the last day of January, so my plan is to finish the pre-programming and be done with it. Like, I wish I want to like DNF it, honestly, because I'm just not enjoying it. I'm not having a good time, but it's a review copy, and so I really want to like get as far into it as I can. Like, I'm invested in the story, but there's some concepts around it that I'm not super comfortable with and don't super love. So my plan for the rest of the day is to finish reading that, and then I have like an important business call at 4. So yeah, I did not finish my sweater, but I did make Cotter a matching version of my sweater, and it is almost done. So I just need to like finally finish mine, and then I'll finish Cotter's. And I'm like debating on, like, I don't want to do the bottom ribbing. It looks nice, but it's such a pain to do that I don't want to do it. That said though, this week should be relatively uneventful, I think. I mean, obviously the month is starting and I've got some reading plans for the month, but that's it otherwise. So I am finally on season 4 of Pretty Little Liars. This show, y'all, I understand why it had everyone by their necks for such a long time. I get it now, it makes sense. But it is an interesting one. But that's it. I'm gonna go get to reading and working and doing all the adulting and so on and so forth. I will check back in tomorrow more than likely. Okay, thanks, bye. It's Tuesday. We've had actually, surprisingly, a bit of a productive day today. We started working on CLEARURSHT 2.5, our mini. We started working on it. We've got prompts done, so now I just need to write the story parts. Art predominantly handles the prompts because I'm not very good at coming up with them, and then I usually will build the story around the prompts. So we'll basically pick like prompt themes, like objects or whatever, and then from there, Art will come up with prompts based on that. I will give Art a really vague storyline idea for the big readathon, and then we'll come up with prompts based on that vague storyline idea with some like random plot points, and then I'll build the story up around there, and then we make graphics, and then you guys have a readathon. So that's kind of the method to our madness. So we actually got the prompts for the mini more or less done. I am now going to make our prompt list, like the graphics and the bingo board, and then from there I will make the story posts and also sort out what the story is. So that's the current plan of action, currently what we've got going on. I'm like almost 50% into the last Quintista. I also finished this morning My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which was an obscure book. It was interesting. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but it was strange. I think that I understand the hype around it. There's this very specific genre of mentally ill individual in the 90s and early 2000s that it's like this specific contemporary genre, like Girl Interrupted or Prozac Nation or the Suicide Girls, no, the Virgin Suicides, that specific genre of book. I used to really, really enjoy them, and The Adults, a book called The Adults. I don't remember who wrote that. I own it. I've owned it for years. I really like those books. I don't know why though, but I enjoy them. This is no exception. I did enjoy it. It wasn't written in that era of those books, but it is written like that era of those books, and so something about that is appealing to me. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't have any complaints about that. I do need to do a couple of like organizational things before I continue on with my day. I got my wrap-up edited, it's currently exporting, and then I'll get it uploaded and so on. I'm thinking about in my wrap-ups and maybe my TBRs, not this week's TBR or this month's TBR, but like next ones, I'm thinking about including chapters, and I'm definitely going to do it for my wrap-up because I've already got the numbers written down. I think that that will make my videos a little bit easier to navigate, because say you just watch my wrap-ups for my top 5, then you can just go ahead and skip ahead to the top 5, or you just watch it for stats, then you can just go ahead and skip the stats, whatever. I just thinking, you know, I don't know, but that's the plan for the day. I did finish Cotter's sweater version of my sweater. It's very cute. She's sleeping, or else I would show you, but yeah. I'm gonna go though. This video is almost done exporting, so I gotta get it uploaded and finish reading the last Quintista, which is very good. I do see why it's middle grade now. It makes a little bit more sense. Initially, the summary sounded a lot like too adult, but I think that it does fall more into the middle grade category, but still older middle grade. Like, I wouldn't give it to a 10-year-old, but I would give it to a 12, 13-year-old. Is that still middle grade? When did they become young adults? What age is that? 15? I don't know. Ages in children is very confusing to me. But I'm gonna go. I also start Spiderwick probably today if I have time, so very exciting. But yeah. Okay, thanks, bye. Thursday. I did an update yesterday. That is because I forgot. Not just that I forgot. I really wanted to finish this sweater because Cotter and I now have matching sweaters, which is great. And that took a lot of my energy. So, yeah. Yesterday was February 2nd. What did I even read? I finished an arc. Good something people. Good rich people. That was interesting. I enjoyed it. That book's already out, so y'all can probably go find it and read it. It was interesting and I did enjoy it. I was kind of surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I have started my book blanket for February. Also great. I read the first 2 books in the Spiderwick series yesterday. So these guys, I read them. and they were very good. I found out that the audiobooks, one, don't have background sounds like I thought they did. Two, they're only 2 hours long, and they're 2 books apiece. So each book is just like an hour long, which makes sense because the books are like 100 pages. So it totally makes sense, but I didn't realize that until later, so that's great. I am currently reading The Urger at Dawn. I'm really enjoying it, actually. I think I'm enjoying it more than the first book. The politics and the ongoing, like what's happening right now in the whole thing is really, really interesting, and the romantic triangle is not my favorite, but that's just like personal preference. It's not my favorite. It'll be fine. I'm gonna be reading a copy of a book that SJ is putting out in April that I can't give you more information on, but I'm excited about reading because I need to give them that feedback, which I will be doing eventually. But yeah, so also, I didn't talk about this because like it stresses me out and I don't want to think about it too much. I don't know if y'all remember last year, around this time of year, February, when the winter storm hit and there were people without power for a while, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Some people were without power and water for a long time. I did not lose power at my parents' house, but it's because they lived very close to a government facility that needed to retain power, so even if they did rolling blackouts, they wouldn't in that particular part of the grid, which is great. But I no longer live in that kind of area. The closest thing to me is like a shelter, I think, and then one other government building. And I'm being non-specific for a reason, sorry y'all. And I think that means we're like higher up on the don't turn power off list, but not as high as the previous buildings that I lived near. So there's not any hospitals or anything near me, I think. I don't know. I would have to double check. I think there might be like one emergency room, so maybe. Also, like how the power grid is split up is really confusing, but the power's been like flickering off and on all day, and obviously my housemates have like some trauma from what happened last year because it really, really sucked. Like I almost had all of them and all of their animals come to my parents' house and stay in the garage because we had heat and we had power and we can heat the garage really quickly if we need to. But you know, they have a lot of anxiety around it, and so I'm trying to like stay positive about the power flickering, but I had to tell them, I was like, listen, I love you guys so much, but my heart reacts really badly to cold, extreme cold and extreme heat. I can't retain consciousness if I am either of the two, and that's a problem. Like it's a problem, and I don't need to affect my body in that way. So if we lose power, I will be going to my parents' house. I don't care if the roads are, like I do care if the roads are icy, obviously, and I'm gonna be safe no matter what. And we have a fireplace, so worst comes to worst, if the roads are too icy, I can just go and lay in front of the fire. But it's not ideal. It's a really weird place to be in where we're all just kind of hoping that we keep power and that we're not like in a snowpocalypse 2.0. And it's frustrating because our leadership, it is re-election year, our leadership straight up 2 months ago was like, you don't need to worry about it, it's not gonna be a problem, whatever. And then yesterday or the day before was like, yeah, we can't guarantee that everyone will keep power. We can't guarantee that. It's very frustrating to know that like hundreds of people died last year from this and nothing has been done. Nothing has been done to make it better, to fix the problem, whatever. CPS gave this like interview to our local magazine and was like, yeah, we definitely have heaters on our power stuff, so we should be good. And I'm like, you could have winterized though. You could have winterized the power grid like we told you to do, like everyone told you to do, and then you didn't do it. I'm gonna go eat my makeshift ramen that's not ramen and call it a day. Not call it a day. I'm still working. Last year I was the only one at work in the United States, like in the Texas area, who had power, so hopefully I don't want that to be the case either. Like I'm good with having power, but I want everyone else to also have power because that also sucked. So we'll see. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow, so all I can do is like cross my fingers and hope that that's what happens and we don't get fucked. So Oh, also you guys saw me rearranging. I like filmed it. I basically moved all my, I don't know if I can, I don't think you can see it. I'm gonna show you before I go. I moved my computer and all of that stuff over there. And then I put all my crafting stuff here. I'm gonna clean this cart out, so don't look at her, but all my crafting stuff is here with like my snacks and stuff are in there too, but so is my yarn. So I got a yarn spooler. I talked about this in the last week's vlog. So I've been just spooling all of the yarn I own, and it organizes so nicely. It's very great. I love it. 10 out of 10. So that's what I've been doing. And then I moved the grid that I had. It was up there and now it's here. So that's nice because then all my like tarot decks and stuff are over in this and not taking up my desk space. So very pleased with it. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna go for real now. Bye. It's like weird. Hi, hello, how are you doing? It's Friday. These are dirty. I am getting ready to leave to go to husband's house. And this weekend should be pretty chill. I think my only plan is to read this advanced copy of a Cute Mutants book that SJ sent me, except it's like a middle grade. I can't talk more about it though, top secret, sorry. But I did finish the Mindfuck series between last night and this morning. Holy shit, y'all. First off, I still don't know why these are marketed for romance. I personally don't consider them romance, and maybe that's just me. I mean, like, there is a smutty romancy aspect, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't consider it a romance. I would consider them like fucked up thrillers. Oh, but so good. I got to book 4, like the endish of book 4, and I was losing my shit. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I needed to go to bed. I needed to go to sleep. But I was like texting my husband and I was like, I can't sleep now because this has happened and I need to know what's happening next. Like, it is vitally important to my life that I know what the fuck is happening next. And he was like, you need to go to bed, you have work. And I was like, fuck work, I don't care. I just want to know what's gonna happen next. So yeah, that's Jesus Christ. I also finished the Spiderwick Chronicles. I need to read the Beyond the Spiderwick Chronicles, which I will be doing next week. But I have finished the Spiderwick Chronicles, so that's great, that's done. I enjoyed them a lot. Jared is a himbo all the way through. He's just a dumbass. But we love him. We support Jared and all his endeavors. Hope that he gets out of life without dying of stupidity. Those books are so fun, and that is why I reread them. Art actually read them for the first time because the audiobooks, sorry, I'm messing with this, because the audiobooks are super short. And so Art read them for the first time and was like, Jared is an absolute dumbass. And it's just like, yeah, correct. So I'll be doing Beyond the Spiderwick next week. I did read Who Could It Be at This Hour? Who Could That Be at This Hour? Question mark? By Lemony Snicket. Lemony Snicket, as a child, I want a fist fight. He's very annoying. And someone on Goodreads kind of worded it really, really well. And I don't know if I can paraphrase it well enough, but essentially that this middle grade was written for the adults who enjoyed a series of unfortunate events as children. It is not written for children. That's the energy that this gives. Do I love an obscure plot and confusing riddles about this secret society? Yes, but do I love them because I read a series of unfortunate events? Yes. So that's a little tricky, you know? What else is going on? I feel like I read something else. I talked about Goodreads people. Oh, yesterday, did I not talk about this yesterday? Did I update yesterday? Yesterday I finished the Archer at Dawn, which is the sequel in the Tiger at Midnight series. The political drama in it is really good. If you like fantasy and politics, you may like these books. I personally liked the second book better than the first book, and both books do this thing where like the whole time you're like, this might be a 3-star read, undetermined at this current time. And then you get to the end and you're like, this is a 5-star read. How do I proceed accordingly? And that's a little bit stressful. We haven't lost power anymore today, and it got above freezing. It is currently 42 degrees outside, so woohoo. That reminds me I need to make sure that I have a jacket, just in case it's still cold over the weekend. I'm gonna bring my new sweater that I made, but I just need to make sure I have a jacket too. But I think that's it. I think that's all that's going on. I had lost my disposable camera that I was gonna start using, obviously for scrapbooking, but I found it, and I went ahead and got out I have like a film camera, and I want to learn how to use it, but I don't know how to get the film out. So that's going to be tricky. That's something I need to definitely figure out. I am almost done with spooling all my yarn and getting all of that organized. Annoying, but I'm almost done, which is great. I'm sorry about the really bad lighting, by the way. I don't know why this specific time of day is like the worst lighting in my room, but it is. So I am going to go get ready to go. I think I'm going to close out the vlog here though, just because I know that I don't update usually again until Monday, and I won't be home over the weekend, so there's nothing to really vlog about. So I will update you guys next week. I'm going to close the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, I understand, it's my life. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. I post every single week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I also am on TikTok and sometimes Instagram. I'm not really on Instagram. And Twitter. And I should soon have some Clear Your Shit 2.5 stuff coming out. Based on when this vlog comes out, yes. I should have some Clear Your Shit 2.5 stuff coming out soon, so Art and I have been working really hard on that. So stay tuned for that. The theme is kind of like an 80s Ariadne's Diary stuff. Robots, strawberries, pancakes. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys paid attention to that timeline that we shared. I worked fucking hard on that timeline. Anyway, I'm gonna go. People keep blowing up my phone and it's annoying. That's another thing that keeps happening. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I'll see you guys later. Okay, thanks, bye.